People, when they think of Cape Town, they think of the tourist version of Cape Town. Being from the Cape Flats is the hidden section that most people don't really go to. People look at us and they're like, you can't be from Africa because you look like you're Brazilian or you look mixed, you know. I'm labeled as colored by the apartheid regime. We call it the Pochicos. It's like a breedy, a mixture of everything and everyone. And the kids from our community were the first to get involved in hip-hop and b-boying specifically because it was something that they could identify and connect with.
Like maybe those first competitions that we saw, like I think the Route 66 one like really touches on that. That was the first time we saw how many kids were actually interested or involved in b-boying. During the like mid-80s, if you were more than 3, they could actually arrest you, you know, so there couldn't be big gatherings, so people had to go out in like separate groups in order to get anywhere.
We weren't allowed to be in groups of more than 3 because it was considered an illegal gathering during apartheid. And so that was the reality that we obviously had to, you know, face.
Today, the majority of South Africans, black and white, recognize that apartheid has no future.
We were the last of the b-boys left. You know, when everybody was like, this is just a craze, we were still b-boying. And we were doing like demonstrations at malls and whatever we could just to keep at it. Occasionally there'll be a mic and we're like, yeah, let's just do like a Dougie Fresh rhyme. Or if we really wanted to agitate, we'd be doing like, I'm proud to be black, yo, and that's a fact, yo. A Run DMC song, right? The more we did it, the more people were like, yo, why didn't you do that?
So it was like they moved from b-boying and doing a b-boy show to actually now what people like wanted. They wanted like rap artists to be on stage as well. And they tried to keep like those two together because they didn't want to leave any part of the culture out. And I think that's why the development of Black Noise was to become an all elements crew.
Come back in like an old man God. Old Mac was back, one of the first to start the instrumental upliftment, social enhancement.
It gave them a voice. Because there were a lot of kids at the time that were speaking out politically, but I don't think that there was a real vehicle like other than using the culture to actually do that.
I remember applying for the funds for Black Noise to actually go perform at Battle of the Year. At that time, Winnie Mandela was in charge of the Department of Arts, Culture, Science and Technology. And so I sent them a proposal and then they replied. They were like, yeah, okay, we'll pay for the flights. I was like, it blew my mind. I was like, oh, yes.
They were actually invited over as Black Noise and they thought they were just going to do a showcase.
Our intention wasn't actually to battle, but to just showcase Africa or South Africa. And so we did our show, we got undressed, sat in the crowd, we're gonna watch the battle. And then they call our name, we were like, what?
Black Noise, baby. Black Noise, baby.
And I remember walking down, I was telling, yeah, whatever you guys do, don't do power moves first. Don't do power, because they're gonna kill us. If you're gonna go in with power moves, don't do. Dance to the music, do us. Every time they came out, we were just like goofing and like playing around and bringing the flavor. And so I think it unsettled him. So we stand with the judge's decision for 3rd place from South Africa. We're like, The feeling of being the first African country didn't even cross our minds. So like people were like, oh, you're the first guys here from Africa. We're like, really? We're coming from South Africa, which is like the tip of the continent. We're like, didn't somebody from the north come already? Like, how come we? And also because we were the last to be freed, we didn't expect to be the first ones there, you know?
We said we called this hip-hop culture, meaning the B-boys, the B-girls, the rappers, the MCs, the DJ, and that fifth element, knowledge, that holds it all together. Something stink going on and everybody's just sitting around doing nothing. You say you love Allah, Jehovah, Yahweh, Jesus, you love all the prophets, and we all sit around and do nothing.
When I heard about Zulu Nation, I already felt a connection and almost a revolutionary, like anti-colonialism thinking, you know, because of their standing up against the British, right? There was always this connection that what is happening in the South Bronx, or what I was seeing, there was a familiarity. There was something that I could identify with. If you look at the parallel between like the communities of the Cape Flats or the South Bronx, where people have been displaced, there's anger, there's a lot of like violence around kids because of poverty, and kids need to get away. And that circle is one of the best escapes you can ever have. So the idea was like to go out and conquer the world with hip-hop culture and include people into it. What I couldn't understand was how this name, the Zulu Nation, could be duplicated back in South Africa, because it didn't make any sense because of the tribe actually being there. And it actually, there's no way you could ask a group of so-called colored kids to join the Zulu Nation. They were like, what? For them, they identified with the actual tribe in South Africa. And so when I spoke to Bam, he was like, cool, call it the Universal Hip-Hop Nation back in South Africa, it's okay.
This culture has basically saved my life. And there's many guys that passed away that took a wrong path. Even guys that's from them, that's sitting here, that's not with us now, and that's sitting in jail even.
I am 20 years old. I've been dancing for 14 years, and Angelo has taught me. I would say Angelo's been sent from God basically, because where we came from is like, you know, it's really rough out here, and we basically been like taken away from that, and we were very young, so we just wanted to learn. We were very, and I'm just really grateful that I'm still on that same path, you know, that because dancing saved my life.
Dance is used for healing in the First Nation Bushman tradition. The Bushmen clap and chant cyclically to such an extent that healing is possible, that they're able to lay hands on people to heal people. And so if Africa truly brings itself to the B-boy circle, that is what people will experience more often.